Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol CAPR. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. If you're not sure what I mean by 30-minute, I offer an explanation video at that link. Done this analysis several times before, so that is where the green line here is coming into play, but that also is where the first update needs to be made, and this update is just based on a foundational rule in charting, and that states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So 650, I mean, it had been doing a great job of holding that support. You can see several times there, and then late day on Thursday. But then today with the gap down, that was kind of the nail in the coffin right there. So if there is any sort of attempted turnarounds next week, not necessarily just on Monday, but really any time next week, any sort of movements back to the update, the first big test, the first big question then becomes, will any sort of bounce have enough, strength to get up through 650? So keep a close eye on that as the main level and key roadblock next week with any sort of attempted bounces. As far as levels of support are now concerned, I'm going to squeeze down the chart here to offer up a bit more context. But the chart is definitely sitting in some pretty sketchy territory. Now, ideally, you want to see the price hold above $5.55, and there's nothing fancy behind that other than the fact of that's just where you can see right here where the bleeding finally stopped today during that opening 30 minutes. And the other reason why 550 is important, 555, give or take right around that area, is if that level were not to hold, then really next level of support, not until at least $5, and you could probably argue even down further below there. And that's just the catch-22. When price movements make monster movements like they did earlier, it can create bigger, spaces between areas of support. And that's what now the chart is potentially facing going into next week. But it's trying its best, and it gives some credit where credit's due to zoom back in. At least the price did start to go sideways basically all afternoon long. Much better than having the price just continue to go straight down. Now, don't get me wrong, just because it went sideways doesn't mean that this is for sure the bottom, but it's at least a rational thought to have that it could be. So we'll see how this one plays out next week. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.